It's time for the main event. It's the Shoe Shot.
Que onda, vatos locos? It's your boy Dave in the 702 coming at you for a Saturday night pre-fight party right here. Only me. Shout out to everybody joining me. Shout out, I see you, Sonteo Media. He says, let's fucking go. Whoa, excuse my language. Walk with Rhonda. I see you, Max Ryder. I appreciate you. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Obviously, tonight is a big boxing card. And we've got the DAZN card already underway. Some of you let me know that you guys were going to be attending that Golden Boy card in California. That's exciting. Obviously, later tonight on ESPN, we have the return of Jaime Munguia, all the way from fighting in his hometown city today of Tijuana. That's exciting, guys. So that being said, if my music is too loud, let me know. I'm probably going to get a copyright strike for this anyways. Appreciate everyone in here tonight. I got a nice mini cold Corona because I am trying to lose weight. I got some really good flautas in the back that I'm going to be snacking on right now. Some flautas pre-fight Mexican party night, you know what I'm saying? And I have some tequila here, my favorite tequila, my new tequila that I'm drinking, Lalo. Now, last weekend, I tried to do this pre-fight thing, and I got a little too effed up, so I'm going to refrain from getting too messed up. Actually, I'm doing really good, Rhonda. I appreciate you for asking. Appreciate you listening in the car, everybody out there. So I'm going to have a little beer. Maybe I'll do shots for a super chat. You guys know that the channel is monetized, right? Apparently, you need to break your first $100 to get any payment, and that payment's going to my co-host, essentially. I'm going to give that to Drew for all the years he's been part of the channel for free. So shout out to everybody. Don't forget to hit that like. That's a nice cold little mini Corona. Obviously, guys, there's two big fights. I wanted to come on here and just chat with y'all because I'm going fucking crazy. Yeah, that's right. I'm going crazy, guys. This UFO stuff, UAP, drone, this thing is driving me nuts. And actually, I wanted to start doing a show, like a weekly wrap-up show on all the events, current events going on in the country, and just give my perspective, maybe, put a funny perspective into it. But how many of you guys are keeping up with what's going on in New Jersey? And I see some of you in Southern California. I've heard that Temecula is now getting these UFO sightings. And let me just tell you guys, I had a UFO. I'm now in my late 40s, mid to late 40s. And I had a UFO experience as a preteen. I did. And that got me like the worst insomnia as a preteen, because ever since then I had been obsessed with UFOlogy, right? I've been like I'm saying like preteen. It gave me freaking insomnia. I went down the rabbit hole and started reading everything I could, going to libraries, and I'm like, well, I seen something. Later on, around 2001, my wife and I saw some crazy shit in San Francisco before they even had cell phones. Before we had cell phones that could take video, we were at a really nice room in downtown San Francisco and saw like what looked to be like a fleet of fireball orb UFOs. And it just, I'm telling you guys, I was completely sober. And I couldn't get any video of it. Obviously, we didn't have cell phones or anything. And for a long time, I'm like, you know what? I must have been tripping. I must have hallucinated or something. But my wife saw it too. We saw it too. So what's going on in New Jersey, guys? Is it bothering anybody? Am I the only one freaking out this bad? let's just put our minds and wrap our minds around this. If there's actually a UFO invasion, and somebody had predicted it, an AMI model had predicted it, that they said that after Trump met with this podcast host who would turn out to be Joe Rogan, that we were going to have some type of alien invasion. And actually, they set the date for like several weeks ago, and that's exactly what's been kind of slowly happening, supposedly, in New Jersey and Air Force bases here in the U.S. and Air Force bases in the U.K. We're seeing some weird stuff in the sky, and our government is flat out lying to us. I mean, the nonsense coming out of Biden's press secretaries, man. You guys see this clown basically telling us, look, we don't know what it is. We know that it's not going to hurt you. We don't know what it is, but we don't know. We know that for a fact it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to land on your house. It's not going to fall out of the sky. Sure, right? Some of you guys follow Las Vegas streamers. Somebody sent me this. This is cold-blooded, but Matthew Ross, Las Vegas Matthew Ross, is he behind the drones? I mean, take a look. Good look at that. That's Matthew Ross is flying. He's sitting on top of a drone. If you guys follow him, that's pretty funny. Seriously, I honestly can't wait for President Trump to take office in January, because I feel like, let's be honest, they're not going to tell us shit. They're not doing anything before the inauguration. They're not going to tell us absolutely nothing. But I just wanted to, am I the only one with some common sense here? I see a lot of people that I follow on social media, on Twitter, posting a lot of stuff. But guys, I used to live in California, Northern California, and very close to Palo Alto, California. Palo Alto, California, obviously a huge Silicon Valley city where a lot of innovation comes out of Facebook and whatnot. And there was a company on a street that I used to go to all the time that I had been watching for a while. They're called Jetson. And they're basically going to put out this product next year. It's a personal flying drone vehicle. Starts in the low 100,000s. This is great, right? Shit, let's all commute in these flying freaking little mini helicopters. This is over 120,000. It's not available for sale yet. And so I went to the website to check what's going on with this product line, and they are advertising that this thing for 120,000, you can get your very own one. It's going to be available next year. This thing will fly for a whopping 20 minutes. That's it. Yeah, wow, 20-minute flight time. So obviously they keep using the damn word drones. They don't even have one you could buy that you could fly up there. Yeah, Rhonda, that looks pretty cool, but 20 minutes, where are you going to go? To Target down the street and come back? 20 minutes, $120,000? Guys, these aren't drones. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with the American public. These are not drones. If Tesla himself, who had his first factory in Fremont, California, just across from where I used to live, guys, in the Bay Area, if Tesla himself only has a Tesla that can drive around 300 miles, I got a question for you. They said this week that the Iranians have a mothership. They called it a mothership, this congressman. If it's a mothership, it's an actual boat. I seen a picture of this Iranian boat. This shit is a joke. It's a former cargo ship that's been converted. It looks like this. This is what the congressman was referring to. This is the Iranian mothership. First of all, this thing isn't nuclear powered. My favorite indica strain. You know what, guy? Kai, shout out to you. See you new in the chat. I actually like sativa. I don't like feeling all that sitting in my couch shit. I like to get creative, and I'm a sativa guy, but shout out to you, and I'll be doing some of that sativa in a little while. So, going back to Tesla, look at Tesla. This is the best innovation that this company is one of the most innovative companies in the world. He's now aligned himself with Donald Trump. He can only make a car that goes 300 miles, and it takes fucking forever to charge the damn thing. So I want to show you this damn picture of this Iranian mothership. Shout out to you from Germany. Where would they be charging hundreds of car-sized, SUV-sized drones on this boat? Okay? It would have to be nuclear powered. You're telling me this thing is nuclear powered and rolled up to the American Eastern Seaboard and is fully capable of charging a fleet of drones that can fly for hours? Again, this is the only thing in America. It's not for sale yet, and it only flies for 20 minutes. This is fucking ridiculous. But it's a drone, right? These are drones. If it was a drone, and they're Iranian, and there are adversaries from China and Iran, then you got to convince me that China and Iran has figured out how to put a bunch of these things on their mothership and that they can regenerate power and charge a fleet of drones. Come on now. This is fucking nonsense. There's no way anybody has come up with the technology with lithium ion batteries to fly drones for hours and hours and hours. Shout out to you, the Raging Jew from Tel Aviv. I know you guys must see some crazy things. And Israel is an innovator of technology as well. I don't think any government has come up with technology using lithium batteries that can power these type of drones that they're calling. They're calling them drones. I do think that in New Jersey, what we are seeing is a combination of stuff. And guys, I appreciate you. I'm going to get off at 5 o'clock. This is a boxing channel. I'm getting ready to do my boxing talk. But this is driving me freaking nuts. So anyways, to everybody, all my food junkies, I've got some flautas here. I'm going to take a bite of this delicious flauta. That was a massive bite. Sorry about bringing the show to a screeching halt, but this is what I do pre-fight. I put up that UFO, that alien. We can have anything normal in life. This is why I think our government is trying to keep us from freaking out. They're telling us we're already suffering from mass hysteria, but let's be real. Shout out to you, Darius. Appreciate you for being in here. We're all going to go nuts if there's actually aliens once they confirm it. We're going to go nuts, right, Mom Food? Yummy. Yes, Mom Food. By the way, Mom Food, I have this thing called interview mode. I don't know if you're available or if anybody's available, but let me just copy this in the chat because this is like StreamYard. Anybody that's available that wants to hop in, I think I put it up here. Yeah. It's just like StreamYard. You guys can join me. I'm having taquitos. I'm having a beer. And I'm getting ready to watch boxing. But I'm going nuts. Personally, I'm going nuts. Like I said, I've been following the UFO subject since I was a preteen. I've seen at least 2. And I've recorded crazy shit since I've moved to Las Vegas on my Samsung S24. I don't know if anybody, honestly, to me, cell phone footage of UFOs looks so bad that it's not even worth showing. But our government, at times it feels like our government is being led by Forrest Gump over here. Forrest Gump. Well, we don't know what these things are, but they don't pose any danger. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Wow. Man, we're all so freaking dumb over here. I'm not surprised people aren't shooting these things down with their AK-47s, but it is Jersey, and like California, they have harsh gun laws, and we do have pretty strict laws about shooting things into the air and shooting, you can go to prison forever. But apparently they want us to believe that these are just a bunch of high school punks flying their freaking little toy DJI drones up in the air. Again, there is no drone that is publicly available that'll fly for 8 hours. I mean, this thing I just told you guys about out of Palo Alto, California, flies for 20 minutes. And that's going to cost you a whopping $120K. And as you can see, that is going to be a manned drone. That's a manned drone, right? Speaking of shooting them down, I mean, I don't like to talk politics, but at least our future president is on board saying, let's do something about it. Let's be transparent with the American public. Let's do something about this. Are we waiting for one of these so-called drones to hit a domestic airliner? I mean, is that what we're waiting for? Are we waiting for them to drop? If they are a drone, are we waiting for them? Yeah, you could go in Target and get one of these domestic drones. Anybody can, but they're toys, you know? And if once you go to the level, there's a lot of cool YouTubers, a lot of YouTubers I follow that use drone shots in their videos. Once you go to like semi-commercial level, you've got to apply for an FAA license to operate those things. And you have to like actually go to school and get a certificate. It's pretty crazy. The Raging Jew says, these drones are not new. You guys used them in Afghanistan. So I am going to get to my final hypothesis, because I do think some of the things people are seeing in New Jersey are drones, but they're not just seeing drones. I honestly think they're actually seeing a combination of U.S. government military devices that are so top secret, they don't let congressmen and senators know what they are. They're black projects, right? Shout out to Big Spooky. Appreciate you in here, man. I think it's a combination. What we're seeing are two things. We're actually seeing YouTubers on top of drones. No, I'm not. That's a joke, by the way, guys. I was just showing that in case you didn't see that. Somebody sent this to me. Apparently, Vegas live streamers are flying these devices. We're actually seeing, as they said, one of these guys, a Coast Guard official said they saw 50 of these things come off the ocean. They're not coming off Iranian or Chinese aircraft carriers with Tesla charging. You know, they would have to have a massing charging station on top of the boat. You know, they're not going to pull up to the U.S. and we wouldn't see them. We have submarines all over. I think we're actually seeing real UAPs and UFOs, and our government, in an effort to not cause mass hysteria and stop everyone from showing up to work on Monday, well, I think they're flying whatever devices, Space Force that Donald Trump started, or whoever has come up with these black project UFO. These drones, the ones that look like drones, I think they're up there scanning and trying to figure out, hey, let's test these devices and see if we can do some good surveillance on actual UFOs. And what we saw over the military Air Force bases in New Jersey and in the UK, those are actual UAPs. Those are non-human intelligence. That's NHI. And we've got some weapons, you know, that look somewhat like drones, actual drones. They're whatever technology they are. Maybe we've come up with technology, the military has technology that keeps them afloat for 8 hours. And we're just surveilling, you know, we're just surveilling them because we can't really do shit. Somebody in here, the Raging Jew, you mentioned about using them in Afghanistan, but there's a video, a war video from Afghanistan where they actually shot a missile at 3 UAPs, went through the UAP, and the UAP regenerated itself. It basically just, I mean, it's like the Terminator movie. The UAP came back to one piece. It regenerated itself. You shot right through it. It blew up, and then it just molded back into shape. It just came back to life. Is it a biological being? Is it actually alive? Like the way you could chop a leg off a lizard and the lizard will regrow its leg? Not instantly, but I mean, it makes plenty of sense to me that if there's a reason why we're not shooting them down, despite Trump saying, hey, shoot him down. I think he knows a lot more than that. Poor Joe Biden. I've had family members with dementia. I've had family members pass away. My wife and I both have had family members pass away with dementia and Alzheimer's. They ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna let us know nothing for the next 30 days. America's finally had it. They want some real talk. Are we ready for real talk? Are we? Raging Jew says, it's a fake video. The IDF has shot one down. I will not be surprised if multiple governments around the world has shot them down and done the reverse engineering. They've talked about that. You know, Lou Elizondo, they're alluding that we have multiple defense contractors that do the reverse engineering behind the scenes. One of them's right here in Las Vegas, guys, North Vegas. Anybody that loves the Vegas content, guys, there is a defense contractor that was good friends with Harry Reid International Airport, named after him, Harry Reid. Bigelow Aerospace is right in North Vegas. That shit is so top secret. You can pull up to it. They got guards. Supposedly, they had a contract many, many years back that was initiated by Harry Reid to play with these things. Whatever, come up, figure it out. Figure it out how these things, you know, hey, we're going to give you this UFO that we cracked, that was retrieved, that was crashed. And apparently right here in North Vegas, they were reverse engineering it. And then you got the Area 51, 90 miles from Las Vegas, where I still have people telling me, look, man, they fly these tests. They test, black projects up in the air. You know, there's no population out there near Area 51. There aren't very many people that live that far into the desert to see them. So they don't, why would they just randomly now shoot hundreds of these vehicles into the public in New Jersey over people's houses, unless it's because it's time to use them? JC, I'm just going crazy, JC. I'm getting ready to watch the fight at 5 o'clock like most of you guys are. And I think between now and the inauguration, it's just going to fall into chaos. I think, should we have all our money in the bank? Should we have all our money in stocks and bonds? Will people be able to move on with their daily lives if there was disclosure? Is disclosure imminent, or is disclosure just a bunch of bullshit? Are we facing a psychological operation, what they call psyops? Is this a psyops? JC, I didn't know you were in the DC area. Well, anyways, speaking of psyops, I got this here. Operation Mockingbird. This was an alleged large-scale program by the United States CIA during the early years of the Cold War. The aim was to manipulate domestic American news media for propaganda purposes. According to various sources, Operation Mockingbird involved recruiting leading American journalists into a propaganda network and influencing the operations of front groups. Well, anyways, whatever. Project Bluebeam. You guys go down the rabbit hole of Project Bluebeam. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on, guys? I'm not into that Project Bluebeam, but listen, either we're actually being invaded, or the aliens are finally making themselves more well-known. That's theory number one. Or our government is testing their new toys, going up in the air, and trying to figure out if Americans are ready to look at these things, strange things they've created. Do they want to see if we're going to become hysterical? I mean, is it a false flag operation? Are they trying to Ronald Reagan and Gorbachev in the 1980s met together, and Ronald Reagan said, wouldn't it be great, I'm paraphrasing, if the US and Russia got together under one cause to fight aliens, to fight an alien invasion? He's the only time that all governments around the world would unite, maybe under one entity, to battle the little green men. You guys remember this TV show in the 1980s? If you're old enough, there was a TV show called V. It was a network TV show. The TV show V freaked me out, because if you guys remember the TV show V, the aliens arrived, but the aliens looked like humans, and they would pull their skin back, and underneath the skin, you could see that they were lizards. Excuse me. Not lot lizards. Real lizards. Oh, a remake of V. V is absolutely ahead of its time and was freaking people out. Just the thought of going on and carry on with normal life. I honestly don't think people would carry on with normal life. They'd be like, fuck this. What's the point? How much longer do I have to live before I get wiped out by some alien coronavirus? Am I gonna get probed by the little green men? I mean, I don't think people would. I think they would seriously consider, how much time do I have left as a civilization? I mean, are we going to coexist if they're real? If non-human intelligence is real? There's some great boxing, guys. Carlos says, sounds like I believe in the reptilians. Well, I think, the TV show V was great. It was a good show. If you're thinking this, possibly you should become a prepper. There's a lot of land in Las Vegas, but it's not remote enough. Like, it's not remote. There's too many people in this damn city to build a bunker. What am I going to do with a bunker in Las Vegas? The ground is hard. Can't really do shit. I need to buy some land in Arizona or something and be off the grid. And then, if you guys are into this fiat currency and crypto, what good is money? What good is money if our economy collapses? This is why I think our government is bullshitting the hell out of us. Man, I appreciate you guys. I know the Golden Boy card is going to start. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let me know what you guys think about this damn drone thing. This is a great fight card. I think, well, it's not great. Let me stop BSing. There's a reason why the Shoe Shine has been not doing too many episodes. It's because Drew and I are obviously losing a little bit of passion and steam. It's a lot of news, a lot of change in the sport of boxing. But always it comes down to fighters and fighter stories that keep me entertained and keep me, keep me in the boxing community. Some good stories here tonight. This main event, Rocha has 2 losses. Against Rashidi Ellis, an American Olympian. Tonight, he's facing another Olympian in Curiel, who's 15-0. Curiel, a member of the Mexican Olympic boxing team. For Rocha, who got his ass handed to him. It was a brutal beatdown by Santillan. San Diego's Giovanni Santillan. Shout out to everybody in here from San Diego. This is a crossroads fight for Rocha. Big time, man. Big time. And even for little Ramirez over here with the nice curls, it's a kind of a crossroad fight too, because he was doing fantastic as a prospect contender, getting ready for a title shot, and then he gets his ass whooped. And those kind of fights set you back for Rocha. Obviously, he's a very talented person in the welterweight division. The welterweight division is kind of razor thin right now, and none of these champions seem to be lining up to fight each other. We got some problems with all the welterweight champions. It's going to keep him alive, man. If he can get past this Curiel, who's not a baby, he's actually 29 years old. He's only got 14 or 15 pro fights. Does Rocha have enough experience to knock off a hungry Curiel? We've seen Olympians, Olympians with gold medals. We just saw the Espinoza fight and the Cuban gold medalists. Medals in the Olympics sometimes don't mean shit. This is a close one. This is a really close fight, guys. Obviously, there's some Esparzas on this card, too. There's some great women's action. And speaking of Olympians, Charles Conwell, guys, I love this division. 154, Charles Conwell says he's ready for all the smoke next year. I saw him fight this year in Las Vegas. Charles Conwell, guys, he's got, when you talk about boxing stories, he was unfortunately involved in a fight with Patrick O'Day of New York, where Patrick O'Day, he put the beating on Patrick O'Day so bad that Patrick O'Day ended up passing away. And for anybody who's ever been involved in that as a fighter, you have to question yourself, and he did, man. And, Patrick O'Day's family came forward and told Charles Conwell, look, our son died doing exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to be a world champion. He would not want you to quit. He would not want you to stop. And Charles Conwell's still undefeated. I love this guy. Huge favorite tonight, -14. He's fighting a guy, El Tifton from Argentina. And you know that Argentinian fighters, this guy's got a perfect record. That's all I know. And with Argentinian fighters, you never know if you're going to find the next Marcos Maidana. So this is a really interesting card. Should be fun. That's why I got the Mexican food on tap. Marlene Esparza versus Areli Muchino of Mexico, 32-4. We got some good women's fight actions. Darius, I appreciate you guys. I won't be on too much more longer. I promised everybody I would not get that drunk. But again, this is my favorite. This is a shot for the 49ers season. And you guys know that my team absolutely was an embarrassment this year. What happened from Super Bowl greatness to a laughing stock of the NFC West to the 49ers season? Shit. That's great stuff. If you're looking for a great tequila, Lalo Tequila is absolutely fantastic. All right, we covered the Golden Boy card, the 168-pound division. I know that Canelo just opened his taco shop, in the San Diego area, and my boy Fonzie was there at opening weekend, and he said it was nothing to rave about. Just his humble opinion. But anyways, Jaime Munguia is back in action, no longer with Golden Boy on ESPN tonight in just a few hours. Jaime Munguia making his first appearance in TJ. He probably fought there before. Excuse me, I'm eating. He's fighting a French guy. Let me pull up the tail of the tape here. Derek says he's made it to the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah, we made it to the Super Bowl last year, and we rode off into the sunset real quick. Let's go to the tail of the tape. I hope ESPN has got some good fighters on the undercard tonight. 6 foot tall Jaime Munguia coming off a big loss against Canelo Alvarez, but he's ready to fight Edgar Berlanga. He says, bring it, Caleb Plant. He wants to fight the other big names. He's got to fight Bruno Surace, if I'm pronouncing it, from France. A nice bloated record of 25-0 with 2 draws and a whopping 4 KOs. 4 KOs. Oh my God, how will Jaime Munguia deal with his power, guys? How? Yeah, Bruno looks 15. How on earth will Jaime Munguia looks 15? You got the baby face too. How on earth will Jaime Munguia deal with that power from the French undefeated fighter tonight? I mean, come on, guys. It's a stay busy fight. It's December, and we're just a week away from an actually really great fight card. I'm talking about Tyson Fury versus Usyk. That's a really good fight card, and we've got something tonight to stay home for and cheer. All my boxing hardcore fans, you guys heard, obviously, Turkey Al-Sheikh bought Ring Magazine off of Oscar De La Hoya. These taquitos are good now, especially now I'm getting buds. People are going around saying Michael Benson. Nobody even knows who Michael Benson is. Most popular boxing account on X. 315,000 followers approximately. And there's rumors going around that Turkey Al-Sheikh paid this guy $10 million for his account. It is now at the Ring Magazine on X. $10 million. He only paid $7 million to buy the damn magazine off of Oscar De La Hoya. What a come up. $10 million, I don't buy it. That's cap. How much would you guys pay for his account? 100,000? A couple 100,000? I mean, shit. That's not bad. That's not bad. You sold your business. You sold your account. I would gladly take it. All right. Earlier today, Akhmadaliev, MJ, he goes by MJ. Quite fancy footwork. You guys know that he trains out of Coachella Valley area. Once a former champion. He knocked out his opponent earlier today in Monaco in 3 rounds. And Inoue is having some bad luck. The Inoue fight scheduled for the end of December against Sam Goodman of Australia is now off. Sam Goodman tore his eye in a final sparring session. That fight is off, but I know we all wish, let's get MJ in here. MJ, a former champion, a formidable foe who only has 1 loss on his record. He lost his title. I think it's the best fight Inoue can still make at 122. Not Sam Goodman. That fight has been rescheduled. That Sam Goodman fight will now be taking place. They're going to give him approximately, 30, 40 days. Ronda says his abs still. He's got nice abs. I'm not going to lie, Ronda, but are you into guys that are 5'4"? I know you're a taller woman here. I don't know. You like short guys? I don't think so. These guys are short, Ronda. These are little guys, 122 pounds, very tiny guys. So don't fret, guys. We will not be seeing Inoue back in action this year. We're going to all have to wait. Like I said, later tonight, looks like we've got this massive fight, Rocha. Massive fight. I'm just bullshitting with y'all. We got Rocha versus Curiel starting at 5 o'clock on DAZN. Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy. Shout out to everybody that's attending that. Also in the boxing news, 168-pound Edgar Berlanga. 2 guys that Canelo beat this year. Jaime Munguia and Edgar Berlanga. I've taken shit for defending Edgar Berlanga. I think Edgar Berlanga did a fine job of representing himself and the Puerto Rican people in that event with Canelo Alvarez. He's also going to have his post-Canelo tune-up, stay busy / homecoming fight. Even though I don't think he speaks great Spanish, but he's going to be having his homecoming fight in Puerto Rico March 1st against Gabe Rosado, who now spends most of his time as an analyst and commentator. Gabe Rosado, upward of 15 losses. But listen, man, Gabe Rosado's always puts up a fight. He's a fighter. And this might actually draw a good gate and draw some attention to Edgar Berlanga in Puerto Rico. It should be a fun fight for the fans, but one that I think, obviously, guys, the younger opponent, much younger. Now, Gabe Rosado approaching 40 years old. This ain't going to be competitive. It should be fun, but not that competitive. Again, Edgar Berlanga now fighting March 1st against Gabe Rosado in Puerto Rico. Just like Jaime Munguia later tonight on ESPN. All right, yeah. All right, who's still with me, guys? I know I put up some stuff. I wanted to mix pop culture bullshit going on. Obviously, this Iran thing. Wanted to mix that with some boxing talk before the fight. I'll let you guys know, Sam Goodman, that is off the schedule now in December. He tore his eyelid there. You see that? Fight is off for December, but they will be trying to do this fight at the end of January. Phew. One of my favorite referees, Jack Reese, one of my favorite referees. We've seen bad officiating in the past 2 years. Jack Reese, he's officially retiring. Shout out to him. Appreciate Jack Reese's contribution to the sport of boxing. It looks like he's saying, that's it, guys. I'm going to retire and spend time with the family. Those of you still with me, what are you guys doing tonight? Who do you guys have in these main events? Obviously, they might be easy to pick. Rocha Curiel. We've got Jaime Munguia fighting a undefeated French fighter with only four knockouts. This other piece of news, Boots versus Tio. Obviously, I'm keeping my eye on this, obviously, because my co-host is from Philadelphia. Still disappointed. I mean, yeah, okay, fine. You're considering fighting Teofimo, but then now I'm hearing that you say that Teofimo is not your first pick, that you'd rather unify. Oh, now you want to unify the welterweight division. That's fucking great. Too bad none of the other champions have time to fight you because they've already signed contracts to fight. In fact, Mario Barrios is on the verge of fighting and signing a contract to fight Conor Benn for Riyadh season this March. So again, Boots, you didn't take the fight with Virgil Ortiz because, I didn't know Boots, what did he say? I didn't know Virgil Ortiz wanted to fight at 154. I thought we was talking 147. Nah, bro, you knew fully well that this was at 154. This fight might not even happen. All right, that's the sport of boxing. We got some great stuff coming up. Couple other things going on. Obviously, the United Healthcare guy, women are going crazy over him. All right? Calling him a martyr. You guys ever watch that TV show, Love After Lockup? You know that guys and women that look good go to prison and they get a bunch of fan mail. Richard Ramirez had a wife. Who else? The two Menendez brothers. One of the guys from the Menendez brothers has a wife in Las Vegas. He's married. He said if he gets released, he can't wait to move to Vegas. This guy that killed the healthcare CEO, he's probably going to have a whole gang of women put money on his books. That's the way it is. I don't get it. You know he's going to get a whole gang load of women trying to marry him. Then you got that lady Kobayashi. Kobayashi in the news. The sister has come out and said this week, I found my sister. I'm talking to her. She's in Mexico and she wants nothing to do with us. Mouse, that's the biggest bitch of the week. I'm sorry. I mean, your dad died. Your dad killed himself because he thought you were seriously hurt, kidnapped, and he killed himself. He committed suicide over the anxiety, over the depression, over not knowing where you were, and the Kobayashi girls in Mexico, basically running from her family, telling her family, "Hey, I'm done with y'all. I'm kicking it in Mexico. I want nothing to do with the family." But by the way, your father died. Do you think you might want to show up to the funeral of your dad? You know, it's crazy shit. The woman literally, her and her boyfriend, now they say it's an ex-boyfriend. She got married to an Argentinian man, and her boyfriend, are you following this? Her boyfriend got married to the Argentinian guy's girlfriend for fake green cards. That's why she was coming to LA and then eventually flying to New York to hang out with her green card husband, so the INS immigration would look at that and be like, "Oh wow, look at you. You guys are lovebirds. Oh yeah, okay, sure. Here's your official green card." For a measly $35,000. You and your boyfriend married an Argentinian couple for fake papers. This shit is bizarre. This is a crazy world. Yeah, I'm Dave in the 702, guys. It's 4:45 p.m. The fight starts in just 15 minutes. Golden Boy Boxing. I see a bunch of you. I guys appreciate you guys. You know, Monday night we're doing our boxing talk. Thursday and Wednesday nights, we got football tailgate talk. The 49ers season is toast. Shout out to my co-host, Drew Evo in Philadelphia. The Eagles still got it. If your football team is still in it, shout out to you, because you're still enjoying watching football. Will the Niners give my quarterback Purdy $120 million for 3 years, 4 years? I don't know. Rhonda, congrats to your Chiefs. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what guardian angel Mahomes has, but congratulations to the Chiefs. I hope they don't make the Super Bowl, though. All right, guys, I appreciate everybody in here. Thank you guys so much. Everybody have a blessed Saturday night. I'll be back on the air with my co-host Drew Evo on Monday night. Until then, peace out, everybody. And go point your damn cell phone camera at the sky and let us know. Go post that on your social media. Go capture a UFO on camera and post it on your YouTube channel, on your IG. Please. Everybody stay safe from the green aliens. I'm Dave in the 702. Appreciate y'all. Peace.